Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iqamin Kamaluddin. My metric number is 281893. Okay, for the fourth assessment, which is for hospitality and tourism law group assessment, for my topic, I will choose duty of care to provide safe premise. Okay, this is definitions for duty of care. Duty of care refers to a legal requirement that an individual follow a standard of reasonable care when conducting any act that may cause harms to others. What is duty of care? Duty of care is the social contract or the implicit duties that individuals have towards others in society may be formalized via duty of care. It is not necessary for a duty of care to be defined by law, though it frequently does so through common law jurisprudence. Why do employers have a duty of care? It is because it is the right thing to do to make an effort to prevent accidents, illness, or other harms in others and promote a happier and healthier working culture. If you have a decision-making or influencing powers, then you also have a moral responsibility to use them well. Okay, what counts as duty of care? Duty of care typically covers the following areas, which is the first one is building and premise, risk assessment and information and training, health and safety policy, insurance, hazard substance, welfare, fire safety, and first aid. Okay, for the next slide, I will talk about an example of duty of care. I will give two examples, which is the first one was an employee has work-related repetitive strain injury, which is RSI from repetitive hand movement. Symptoms include shooting pains in the hand, wrist, and forearms. An example of duty of care is providing the worker with a specialist keyboard that allows them to complete tasks at work. For the second example is your duty of care also extends to disabled staff members. For example, an employee has involved in a car accident and now confined to a wheelchair. Your duty of care in this case is to ensure the employee has access to any service or facilities your able-bodied employees has access to. You will need to provide a wheelchair access and perhaps even reorganize aspects of the work environment. This is to ensure your disabled employees have just as many opportunities as your able-bodied workers. Okay, for the case related with duty of care is, I will talk about case in focus, which is Caparo Industries v. Dickman, which on 1990. The facts of Caparo are relatively straightforward. A group of investors, which is Caparo Industries, was looking to invest in a third-party company. Caparo Industries examined the account of fatality which had been prepared by the defendant. The account appeared to reveal that Fitley had made a significant profit and Caparo purchased a third of the company shares. It was later revealed that the accounts were wrong and that Fitley was in fact operating at a loss. Caparo then sued Dickman for their loss. The courts held that there was not sufficient proximity between the accountant and Caparo Industries. Dickman was not even aware of the existence of Caparo and was not aware that the accounts were used by Caparo to judge their investment opportunities. Okay, for the next slide is about advantage of this act. All workplaces have a legal objective to protect employees, volunteers, students, businessmen, and the public from any personal, physical, or emotional danger. The first advantage is the organization can promote good practice, reduce risk, eliminate ignorance, and create and maintain a safe environment with proper training. Second advantage is it provides social security in the event of employee injury and allow the employee to claim certain benefits. For the last one is it protects employees from work-related injuries such as work-related disease and commuting accidents. Okay, this is the recommendation that I will suggest. For the first one is under building and premise. Owner needs to make property safe from probable dangers but not all dangers. For example, a reasonable effort may include fixing broken stairs or inspecting common apartment areas. For under first aid, first aid is ready a first aider, which is a person that will provide immediate life-saving medical care before the arrival of further medical help. This could include performing procedures such as placing an unconscious casualty into the recovery position, performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, which is CPR. For the next recommendation is under insurance. Provide an insurance for employees for their capacity. For the last recommendation is under fire safety, which is plan for an emergency, provide staff with information, fire safety instruction and training, and the last one is listen, acknowledge and where appropriate act upon information provided by others about fire safety concerns, for example, staff or customer. As a conclusion, it can be decided that in tourism and hospitality, the duty of care to provide safe premise in complex involve big aspects, like adhering the statutory requirement, taking steps to ensure occupational health and safety requirements are met, and undertaking an analytical approach to mitigate potential liabilities. Effective risk management is a moral and ethical obligation for companies, and failure to do so can result in financial ruin and operational suspension. Companies have a moral and ethical obligation to practice effective duty of care to provide safe premise. Failure to do so can result in financial loss and the closure of the operation. I think that's all from me. Thank you.